Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? It's Friday, baby. It's Friday, dude. And I won rando mode this morning, which means at some point today I'm going to give somebody a sub. We'll see. And that's why I play. And that's why you should play rando mode. Come hang out and play. Pops off every couple of hours and try to get yourself a free sub. I won, dude. Heck yeah. So I get to give somebody a free sub today. I'll decide who that'll be at my discretion here. But we got video gaming news getting ready to pop off for this morning, July 28th. And then we'll dive into day 2 of Remnant, dude. I'm excited. Remnant was a lot of flipping fun yesterday. I'm excited to get even further into it. Get more upgrades. Get more levels. Have some more fun. If anybody wants to play, man, I mean, come hang out. Let's have some fun. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's ready for the weekend. Let's do this, man. Let's hop in here. Go ahead and kill this music for now, and let's do this. Let's do this video gaming news thing, man. Check it out. The last ever Xbox Games with Gold lineup, because Games with Gold is leaving. We've got something to take a look at here for our buddy Tinwin sent us this. And apparently this has to do with Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, and maybe something along the lines of Fextra Life, talking about basically downing the game, criticizing the game because they felt like it didn't look good enough, something like that. Anybody that hangs out here very often will know that, like, for me, the visual fidelity of a game is going to be something that is going to take a backseat to performance every single time. So I don't know if that's exactly what this is about, but we're going to take a look at this tweet and see what's going on here. And we'll, after we find the rest of our articles that we want to look at today. 5 PC games for $6.66. See what that's about. Looks like we've got August's free Amazon Prime Gaming games. The lineup has been announced. So we'll take a look at that as well. We've kind of already hit on the PlayStation Plus new free games. I'm not going to dive into it anymore. Biggest video game releases in August. The ones that I am excited for, personally, will be WrestleQuest, which hits at the beginning of the second week. So I think August 8th. We'll be playing that probably on release. We also have Blasphemous 2 hitting on like August 24th. And of course, Fires of Rubicon hits on the 25th, I think, of August as well. Now, I'm a big fan of mech games, and I'm excited about it, but I won't play it on release because From Software is absolutely atrocious in their PC game optimization on release. What they do is they almost always just solely focus on PC optimization, or excuse me, console optimization, and then before game release, they will port their games to PC, and it's very obvious that the games are made for console and not PC, and they usually have pretty good performance issues. And so I will not buy into them again. I will not buy into From Software games again on release for PC. till I see them improve. I hope the game's good. I hope that they do better, but I just have seen a history of them do bad on that front, so I won't be buying into as much as I like From Software games. I like their content. I like mech games. That game is right up my alley. I just don't trust From Software to do a good PC release. And I spilled coffee everywhere. Fantastic. Let's go. Everything's fine. Not everywhere, but everywhere. You know? We're good. Let's go. This is gonna be the dude. I'm so tired of Gaming Bible. Their clickbait articles and stuff. I probably will be staying away from Gaming Bible articles from now on. I don't like it. I don't like that site anymore. Modern Warfare 3 to be revealed in Warzone. Let's take a look at that. PS Plus drops bonus free game. We might not have seen that. Let's take a look. Looks like there is a reimagined version of the original Cook Serve Delicious game called Cook Serve Delicious Remastered coming. Let's take a look. RE gets incredible HD remaster. Is this by Capcom or fan made? We'll take a look at this. Interesting. You can now purchase physical games on the My Nintendo store in Australia. Good. Yeah, we know that there's a Red Dead Redemption remaster coming our way. It already got rated. The game got re-rated in South Korea, which basically tells us the game is getting re-released, and that either basically means it got remade or remastered. And the fact that there hasn't been any big talk behind it, a lot of hype or marketing behind it from Rockstar means that it's probably not a remake. It's probably just a remaster. So we know that that's coming. Yeah, we already know that The Last Ronin is becoming a video game. If you don't know what The Last Ronin is, that this is basically a manga slash comic book text. It's apparently very mature, set in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world, where the only turtle left is Mikey. It's very dark. Mikey is not the Mikey anymore that you once knew. He's basically taken on the role of all of his brothers and Splinter, who have perished, and it's about avenging them and trying to, I guess, find his way in life as a lone soul, kind of, and it's coming as a video game now, which is pretty intriguing. I'm pretty excited about that. New PS5 model will have a smaller processor and run cooler. This is a rumor. I'm not going to dive into this. Once we get official news from Sony about what the newest PlayStation model is coming our way, we will dive into it. There's so much speculation out there. We're getting the PS Slim, which we've heard about, a PS5 Pro. We've heard rumors about that. PS5 Slim apparently has a detachable optical drive, things like that. But I mean, until PlayStation gives us more, I'm just gonna stay away from it. We'll get something on it soon from them, I'm sure. Let's look at our other search. Yeah, again, I mean, for the the console, the base console that we've become familiar with over the past roughly 3 years now for PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series S and X, these are definitely starting to be put on sale at this point, as we're hitting basically the midpoint of these consoles' life cycles. And so that means that previous gen consoles are being phased out. They aren't counting even sales on those consoles anymore. A lot of software is not being developed for previous gen console, and they are really looking towards the future of what the next iteration will be internally to these manufacturers, right? These companies. And this is traditionally the point where you start seeing some sales come about, or price drops on these consoles, and you'll see bundles come out that to try and entice people into buying that haven't bought into the platform yet for the new gens. So we've already seen Sony come out with like things such as 2 years worth of PS Plus, um, things of that nature that gets bundled in with the console to entice people to buy in at the same price point they were normally. And this is just the way the cyclical business nature of consoles works, man. MK1 beta dates have been announced. Take a peek. Why are there so many video game adaptations now? Because video games are more popular than any form of media. So it only makes sense that the most popular, usually the most popular forms of video games, IPs and series and stuff like that, get adapted into shows and movies. There is no more popular, more lucrative form of entertainment right now in the world than video games. So why would video games, which also are renowned for quite often having, the best video games, having great stories and characters and things like that, it just makes sense. It's very natural for that to be adapted. I mean, this is easy, dude. Hexworks drops an 18-minute extended gameplay video of Lords of the Fallen. Oh no. Oh no. Pikmin 4 outsells Final Fantasy 16 in just 1 week in Japan. Yikers, dude. I mean, again, everything that I heard, and look, I think Final Fantasy 16 was a well developed game for what it was, but it's not a traditional Final Fantasy game in most aspects. It doesn't seem like. I didn't play it, but I didn't really feel like I needed to get the gist of what the game was, which was basically Devil May Cry with a Final Fantasy aesthetic to it, you know? That's not what Final Fantasy fans want. So, traditional, longtime Final Fantasy fans, I don't think are really all that interested in diving into Final Fantasy 16. Doesn't mean there's not like a demographic of people who find it interesting and fun, and but traditionalists, fans of the Final Fantasy series, probably look at that game and, like myself, go, it's not really what I'm looking for out of a Final Fantasy game. So it sold well in like the first couple of days, I think, but it dropped off fairly quickly after people found out, I think, what the game was really about, what it really entailed. And now you got Pikmin 4 outselling it in 1 week. 1 week in Japan. Tekken 8 roster partially leaked via network test data mine. We know a lot of the characters are already going to be in it. They've released all kinds of like character specific trailers for the game, you know? Jesus. I can't help but pull this up. Fortnite player gets a tattoo of the video game on his head, leaving community shocked. This is probably a ploy for, views and publicity, stuff like that. But, I mean, we'll talk about it. We talked about this already. And this. Netflix is developing an anime series based on the massive video game franchise. Let's see what this is. They've got a Dark Souls picture here. Looks like an insider says there's a new Ghost Recon game being developed internally for Ubisoft. An insider is this is not official. That wouldn't be a surprise to me, really. I think it's unfortunate. We just read yesterday that their Immortals Phoenix Rising sequel got canned. They scrapped it. Apparently, it was pretty far along in development too. And from a lot of playtesters, they said that it was a pretty good game. Looked like it felt like it was coming along pretty well, and they just scrapped it. And I think this is the thing about Ubi. They just want to focus on the things they've been doing forever. They don't want to do anything new, is the way it comes off. It seemed that way for a long time, anyways. And it just is kind of off putting for me personally. And I think a lot of people liked Immortals Phoenix Rising. I don't think it blew people away, but a lot of people enjoyed it. So it gave them something to work with moving forward, anyways. And to see him just scrap it after other people internally were like, "Oh, dude, we thought this was like pretty solid." Seems weird. We know they're struggling also, though. I am glad PlayStation 5 finally got an accessibility controller out, but I am not thrilled about the fact that it costs like basically $30 more than their normal DualSense 5 controller. It's just another hurdle for anybody that has a any kind of mental or physical disability that requires them to have this kind of device to play PlayStation games. It's another hurdle over what any other individual, has to endure to play on that console. That sucks, dude. They've been, they've already had to find ways to get into gaming for so long, for needing that accessibility, and now PlayStation makes a controller, and it's like, oh yeah, we're doing this for accessibility to help out people that have disabilities and things like that. But if you want this, you need to pay $30 more than anybody else will need to pay for a regular DualSense 5 controller. Bro, that sucks. That sucks. It would have been nice to at least see PlayStation get the cost of that controller down to something pretty comparable, really close to what a normal DualSense 5 controller is for the community that needs these devices. Just feels bad, dude. Let's get into these articles. Mortal Kombat 1's beta dates have been announced. Players can access the beta by pre-ordering the game. Ugh. God dang, for real? Come on, NetherRealm. I hate this kind of gimmick, dude. As revealed on Twitter by series co-creator Ed Boon, the beta will run from August 18th until August 21st. Players can access the beta by pre-ordering the game on PS5 or Xbox Series X and S. Currently unclear if a separate beta will be held for PC players. So MK1 is slated to release on September 19th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store. All Mortal Kombat 1 pre-orders will grant players Shang Tsung as an in-game playable character, and players who pre-order for PS5 or Xbox Series X and S will receive access to a Mortal Kombat 1 beta in August. NetherRealm has also officially revealed the 6 fighters coming to Mortal Kombat 1 post-release, which will be Quan Chi, Omni-Man, Ermac, Takeda, Peacemaker, and Homelander. Homelander is a great one there. Omni-Man as well. But, dude, I'm so sick of this crap in the gaming industry. You know what betas are supposed to be for? Betas are supposed to be something to... Yeah, they're something that people anticipate as gaming enthusiasts, consumers. We anticipate betas because it gives us a taste of what the game is going to have to offer. Maybe not exactly, but it gives us a taste. Now, from us as a the gamers side of this, it's unfortunate that not enough people really take the time to provide feedback in a beta that they really like they should. And if you get access to a beta, I would just prompt people to really take a hard look at providing the kind of feedback you should be providing whenever you get access to that kind of stuff. But in my opinion, you should not have to buy into beta access, whether it be buying the game, pre-ordering the game to get beta access, or purchasing an NFT, Midnight Society and Dr. Disrespect, to get into early access to see a game, or alpha access or whatever. Beta, alpha, beta access, whatever a developer is willing to let community and players access to see and try out in their game is supposed to be something that is mutually beneficial. This is traditionally something that is thought of as a way for us to help developers flesh out a game, show where there might need to be a little bit more focus and work to get rid of some of the rough spots and the bugs, as well as stress test things like servers, things of that nature, right? As well as letting us have a little taste of what the game has to offer, right? So it's a little give and take, if you will. But to try and incorporate these scummy mechanics of getting people to buy in early when, you know, people don't really know what the game is going to have to offer content-wise and playability and stuff. Dude, I'm so tired of these gimmicks. I'm so tired of trying to get people to spend money to access games early or to get in, you know, you can play 3 days early. Or you can, you know, get in on the beta. And dude, especially that kind of crap. We should be, you know, if you want to run a beta, you want to run an alpha, it's because you need help. You need help testing your game. That's such a scummy, terrible way to get people to buy into a game early, in my opinion. I hate it. One moment. I don't know. I guess that's just my opinion. If you're really interested in playing this game and playing the beta, you know how to get in it, I guess. Gross, in my opinion. Hexworks drops 18-minute extended gameplay video of Lords of the Fallen. Cool. Let's watch it. I'm gonna need more coffee, but we'll watch this. Let's watch this at the end. How about it? We'll watch this at the end. Let's watch this at the end of the news segment. Tekken 8 roster partially leaked via network test data mine. Fan favorite Yoshimitsu has been seemingly confirmed. All right, dude, Yoshimitsu. Some of Tekken 8's roster, including unannounced fighters, appears to have been leaked via a data mine. That's thanks to Cheat Engine, a PC application that allows players to manipulate their games via various community-made scripts. Now, according to several Tekken community discords, running Cheat Engine in the recently released Tekken 8 closed network test has given players a look at what appears to be a partially complete roster for the game. While some of the characters like series mainstays Martial Law, Jin Kazama, and King have already been confirmed, some, like Yoshimitsu, have yet to be officially confirmed by Namco. Fans have speculated this list is likely incomplete due to the absence of Kuma, character that's been in every mainline game in the series. The list of characters that fans have found via the Cheat Engine is Paul Phoenix, Martial Law, King, Horang, Ling Xiaoyu, Jin Kazama, Brian Fury, Lily, Lars Alexanderson, Claudio Serafino, Nina Williams, Leroy Smith, Kazuya Mishima, Jack 8, Asuka Kazama, Jun Kazama, Yoshimitsu, Shaheen, Raven Default Type A, Zafine Default Type A, Steve Default Type A, and Alyssa Default Type A. Yeah, Tekken 8 was announced last September of last year. And while the release date still hasn't been confirmed, the game is planned for release on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam. I really think this game is probably going to release before the holiday season this year, would be my assumption is what they're trying to hit. But there's a chance that it probably, might not hit until beginning of next year. Just depends. They've shown a lot already, though, and I think they're really trying to get this out before the holiday season, probably. They're already network testing it. They've shown tons of gameplay and stuff, so that's why I really think that they're probably they're getting pretty close to a release date here. A Fortnite player gets a tattoo of the video game on his head, leaving community shocked. This Fortnite player decided to get a tattoo of his favorite video game. Just seeing this. That's pretty funny, dude. All right, man. Let's read this and I'll talk about it. Millions of Fortnite players are in love with the Battle Royale game. While most of them have a love-hate relationship with it, some genuinely consider it the best thing to ever happen. One of these people is Particular Feature 20, a Reddit user. an OG Fortnite player who decided to express his love for the game in an odd way. Instead of making a video tribute or a creative map, the Reddit user got a tattoo of the game on his head. Unsurprisingly, this turned out to be a rather bad idea. He recently shared his tattoo, saying he was a tattoo artist and a Fortnite OG player. Jokingly asked if he'll get 1,000 V-Bucks for getting a tattoo. Interestingly, a Reddit Fortnite BR moderator offered him 2,000 V-Bucks. Most Reddit users were in disbelief and didn't want to believe that the tattoo was real. Unfortunately, it appears that the Fortnite OG player is at the point of no return. To make things worse, the tattoo has a Fortnite logo as well as an outline of the Take the L emote. No way, dude. While most Reddit users pointed out that getting a Fortnite tattoo was a horrible decision, the tattoo artist doesn't seem to be bothered. Sure that he has much worse tattoos from his apprenticeship days. Brother, that's a billboard, not a tattoo. I hope Epic is paying you to walk around like that. Reddit user FettyX jokingly said, most other users agree that the tattoo itself doesn't look bad, but the decision to get it was awful. Epic Games made V-Bucks more expensive in 2 countries, yet it didn't take long for players to find creative ways to get them for free. Very unlikely that many players would take this step and get a tattoo for V-Bucks. I mean, it's the same thing. It wasn't Blizzard basically telling people if they got a Diablo 4 tattoo, they would get Diablo 4 for free? That's crazy, dude. You know, I mean, in my opinion anyways, to each their own or whatever. And, you know, whatever. This guy wants a Fortnite tattoo all the way across the side of his dome piece. I mean, at least where he got it, he can grow the hair out and you won't really be able to see it if he wants to. That's at least one thing he's got going for him here, you know. You can grow your hair out in this location and you at least won't be able to see this, you know. And it apparently has very dark hair too, so that helps. I mean, look, personally, I get tattoos because they mean something to me, you know? I've got a number of tattoos. And whatever. I've seen a lot of people with a lot of tattoos that I thought were ridiculous. And whatever. You know, I mean, it's not on me. So what do I really care? You're going to go get a Fortnite tattoo on yourself? I mean, I don't have to live with it. You know, that's you. You got to live with it on you for the rest of your life. It's not personally something that I would choose. But who am I to tell you that you shouldn't have a Fortnite tattoo on your head if that's what you want to have on your head? You know what I mean? Whatever. But I mean, that is pretty permanent, you know? Not that there aren't better ways to get rid of things nowadays than there used to be. It's very expensive and quite often very painful. But, you know, and I don't know what it would do to the hair follicles there either. But, you know, whatever. That's what this guy wants. Then, you know, let him live his best life, dude. Exclusive Dark Souls anime in the works for Netflix. Yep. All right. Netflix isn't giving up on anime adaptations just yet. Our trust and proven sources tell us the streamer is developing an anime series based on the acclaimed video game Dark Souls. This could mark a new era for Netflix, as the Dark Souls anime would be one of the company's first truly original anime series. What about Castlevania, though? Or like Dragon's Dogma? What? Dark Souls, wait. Dark Souls is a trilogy of video games developed by From Software. First title was released in 2011, while the follow-ups came out in 2014 and 2016. Original game is lauded among the gaming community as being one of the greatest video games ever made. The Dark Souls games are RPGs, but that alone isn't what makes them so popular. Dark tones mixed with beautiful aesthetics make the games visually appealing. What fans of the franchise love most is how incredibly challenging each game is. Dark Souls anime is likely to begin with the events that take place in the original game. The franchise is set in a grim medieval fantasy world known as Lordran. The realm is filled with knights, dragons, phantoms, demons, and other supernatural creatures. Lordran was once overrun with dragons until the first flame and the Lord's Soul's discovery. In Dark Souls, players take control of a chosen undead character, tasked with once again finding the flame before it dies out completely. Yeah, Netflix has a mixed bag of anime adaptations throughout the streamer's history. However, given its popularity, we're certain that if done right, a Dark Souls anime could be a major hit among the fandom. Castlevania is a good comparison to this adaptation, and that series has fared well in the streamer. Yeah, Castlevania is very good. Dragon's Dogma didn't seem as great. Castlevania, Netflix's animated adaptation of the beloved video game franchise, first aired in 2017, ran for 4 seasons, each of which was met with continued positive reception. Today, the streamer has plans for more Castlevania spin-off series, so it makes sense to attempt to a go at another popular game. And a Dark Souls anime is probably the best choice they could have made. They first tested the waters with a Death Note film. Utter flop. Yeah, it wasn't good. Turned into Cowboy Bebop. It was not good either. Consensus, yeah. But, you know, they have done some decent stuff too, and hopefully they'll do Dark Souls justice here. Otherwise, they'll get ripped apart for it. Get 5 PC games for $6.66. Fanatical's Hellfire Bundle 2 includes Frostpunk, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, and more. If you're looking for a good time, Fanatical's latest deal is all about the sinful pleasures of monster slaying, death traps, and building a dystopian society where the world freezes over. The Hellfire Bundle 2 offers 5 games for the devilish price of just $6.66. Combined, these titles would cost you $144 full price. These are all games that can be added to your Steam library, and 4 of them are Steam Deck compatible. The bundle includes Frostpunk, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, Final Cut. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, Final Cut. Home Sweet Home Episode 2, Daymare, 1998, and Death Trap. All right? If you're interested in this bundle, these will be Steam keys. You can get it on Fanatical. It is a legitimate website. They do bundles all the time. As a matter of fact, if you're interested in playing Remnant on PC, Remnant 2, the game we're playing right now, today, we started playing it yesterday, you can get the Remnant 2 for roughly $10 off. The base game is $50 normally, but you can either get it on Fanatical right now or Green Man Gaming for roughly $10 off. Fanatical, I think, just has a discount running, and Green Man Gaming has through the end of July a code that can be used. What is it, July 17 or 17 July, where you get like 17% off, and it gives you roughly $10 off almost on that price of that game. So they're both running big deals right now as well. Lots of sales on games and stuff like that. So go take a look. August free games with Amazon Prime Gaming have been revealed. Prime Gaming, which is a part of Amazon Prime subscription, offers members PC titles to keep, plus exclusive in-game content each month. If you're not familiar, if you have Amazon Prime, or even if you don't, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you automatically get access to Prime Gaming through Amazon, which is free new games each month on their platform. Sometimes there'll be keys to platform, the GOG platform, Good Old Games, which is a great platform as well. But quite often it'll be games that you'll own and be able to play through Amazon's platform, which can be accessed either through a website or they've got a desktop app, as well as each month in-game content. In-game content each month consisting of like premium currencies, things like cosmetics and skins for characters and weapons or vehicles, whatever. All kinds of different games. They collaborate with Riot for all of Riot's games. They, Warframe. I mean, you name it. There's a ton of developers and publishers they collaborate with. So just know that all that is always out there. Okay. So if you already have a subscription, you've probably, and weren't aware of this, you've probably been missing out for quite some time. You should go look into it. And if it sounds like something you're interested in, then maybe you should look at getting a Prime subscription potentially, So the Prime Gaming lineup for August includes Payday 2, plus the Gauge Mod Courier DLC from the Epic Game Store. They just gave away Payday 2 as well on Epic Game Store. August 10th is Farming Simulator 19, Epic Game Store. That's weird. I've never seen them give away Epic Game Store games, so that's kind of new. Interesting. August 10th, Blade Assault through the Amazon Games app. Quake 4 was supposed to be on GOG. Apparently, this is not going to be there anymore. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, Amazon Games app. This is a great list here because it shows actually where they're going to be used at. Or you'll be able to access your free games app. Redeem them and access them. Okay. Because these are not just free for a limited time. It's not like a subscription service. You actually, as long as you claim them within the amount of time they're available, they're yours forever. These are free for you to own. Foretales, Amazon Games app. August 17th, Driftland, The Magical Revival, Amazon Games app. August 24th, In Sound Mind, Amazon Games app. And August 31st, Summertime Madness, Legacy Games Code. So there you go. There's your list. Get your free games. All right. Modern Warfare 3 to be revealed in Warzone. In a new Call of Duty blog post, Call of Duty has confirmed that the reveal for Modern Warfare 3 will be revealed during the next season of Warzone, which kicks off August 2nd. Drop into Call of Duty Warzone to experience the worldwide reveal for Call of Duty 2023 in a limited time event. Join the ranks of Shadow Company to take on Coney forces and secure the chemical weapon threat before it's too late. Stay tuned to Call of Duty channels for more details about the upcoming reveal. The blog reads, Insider Gaming exclusively reported earlier this year that the reveal would take place at the beginning of August in a Warzone event. The exact date for when the reveal will take place has not been officially confirmed, but leaked marketing material and official Call of Duty teases suggest the announcement is imminent. In addition to our report on Modern Warfare 3 reveal, we also exclusively leaked the following dates in the past. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 key dates: Beta Weekend 1, October 6th through the 10th. Beta Weekend 2 so that first Beta Weekend is PS4 and PS5. Beta Weekend 2 is PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X, S, and PC. This could change, though, now. This could change. If this is true, this could change because, obviously, Microsoft is about to outright own Activision Blizzard. And when that happens, there probably won't be an exclusive opening beta weekend for just PlayStation. So let's keep an eye on that. Unless there's a contract that says this is the way this needs to be, this will probably change to include Xbox as well, and PC. Beta Weekend 2 does include Xbox Series X, S, and PC, along with PlayStation 4 and 5 for October 12th through the 16th. Campaign Early Access starts November 2nd. Full release November 10th, and Season 1 launch. New Warzone map was December 5th. Going to be December 5th. New Modern Warfare 3 leaks suggest the game will have a classic minimap, the return of the Ninja Perk, and more. All right, I'll link this for you guys if you need it. There you go. Yeah. PlayStation Plus gets bonus free game for August. What's this bonus, man? So July's offerings weren't to be sniffed at. Yeah, Alan Wake Remastered, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Endling Extinction is Forever. Couple more days to grab those titles. August games, which are Death Door. We talked about these yesterday. Death's Door PGA Tour 2K23, which is, kind of whatever, unless you're just a really big golf fan. It's not a highly rated golf game, but if you're a golf fan, you'll probably enjoy it. And Dreams. While I'd rather staple my hand to the wall than pretend to care about golf in any way, that's what was written here. I can tell you that Death's Door is a brilliant adventure inspired by the Legend of Zelda and Dark Souls. Yep, well worth checking out. It is a very highly rated game. The real headline, however, is Dreams. For those who don't know, Dreams is basically thousands of games in one. Are all of them good? No, but there are some genuine gems in there, many of which are pretty much full gaming experiences in their own right. Which brings us to the bonus game for the month, a delightful little adventure called Tren. A remarkable toy engine that challenges you to solve a series of puzzles by getting it from one end of the track to the other. Sounds easy. You might think otherwise once you're faced with the flips, tricks, and acrobatic feats required to complete some truly wild tracks. So, Trin was first revealed by developer Beach Corp back in 2021 and was developed entirely inside Dreams. At its heart, Trin is a game all about joy of play. After all, while we all have to grow up eventually, you don't have to lose that spark of childlike wonder. Trin will be available to check out alongside Dreams when the new PlayStation Plus games drop August 1st. All right. There you go. There you go. Let's look at Trek. I don't know if I remember this game. Let's go to YouTube real quick. See if we can see a trailer for this. No, not Star Trek. Jesus. Never mind. Yo, what's up, Worst? How you doing, buddy? I don't think they had a they have a link in there for that. See that? No. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, you'll have to look into it. It was not easy thing for me to find. What's up, Worst? How you doing, buddy? Happy flippin' Friday, bro. Vertigo Gaming announces Cook Serve Delicious Remastered and original Cook Serve Delicious coming to consoles. Oh, was it Trin, not Trek? Is that what it was? Oh, I had the name wrong. Thanks, Davey. What's up, buddy? It was Trin, not Trek. My bad. Thanks. Just read it and already got the name wrong, huh? That sounds about right for me this morning. Ah, this is probably it, huh? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, let's see this. No wonder all I was getting was Star Trek stuff. I had the name wrong.
The Tren modular play system.
Thanks, buddy.
The possibilities are endless. Introducing Big Popter with supersized cargo.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
bro, yo, I'll say this.
Tren, where imagination meets innovation.
That's one of those things that makes camping really not fun usually, is rain. Depending on how you're camping. Oh, dude. That especially makes it worse. Rain and cold. I'll tell you a story, dude. So, whenever I was a youngster, I was in like Cub Scouts and everything. And as soon as I hit the age to get into like Boy Scouts, right? I went for my first like Boy Scout kind of thing into it was a camping trip. It was a camping trip. It rained like crazy on us, and it was so flipping cold. Nobody was ready for it. Nothing was waterproof, dude. I was freezing all night long, and I immediately quit Boy Scouts. Dude, I was done. I was like, no flipping way, dude. No flipping way. I was like, I am done with this. I'm not doing this crap. That's all I needed, baby. That's all I needed. I was done, dude. Nope. You're in a tent? Yeah. And some tents are you know, I think modern wise, they're an amount of tents that are pretty good at you know, repelling water and keeping you dry and stuff like that. But you've got to buy into that quality, you know. Got to buy into. Really miss my PS5, dude. That sounds like a terrible trip, dude. I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. Vertigo, yo, thanks for letting me know I had the name wrong, dude. Vertigo Gaming announces Cook Serve Delicious, a remastered and original Cook Serve Delicious coming to consoles. Vertigo Gaming has announced Cook Serve Delicious Remastered, a reimagined version of the original Cook Serve Delicious game. The game will be available for unspecified consoles and PC via Steam, and is set to launch next year. In addition to the new game, Vertigo Gaming has also announced that the original Cook Serve Delicious will be released for PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch this fall. Cook Serve Delicious Remastered offers a refreshed campaign that takes players on a journey from a 0-star restaurant to a 5-star world-class establishment. The game features a new mode called Typing Mode, which tests players' typing skills as they type out each ingredient in this frantic new way to play Cook Serve Delicious. Other key features in the game include rebalanced difficulties, all-new art, and expanded music by the original composer, Jonathan Greer. The return of the 30 classic foods with new recipes and ingredients and 10 brand new foods. The game also includes a classic local cooperative chef expediter mode, new campaign side quests, and surprises, and a brand new 60 frames per second code base. Fans of the franchise can look forward to a fresh experience with Cook Serve Delicious Remastered, and the availability of the original Cook Serve Delicious on various consoles later this year. All right, cool. Resident Evil gets incredible HD remaster. Dude, perfect. Giant freaking robot. I love it. Dude, the way they start this article out. As we've stated on multiple occasions, the gaming industry has entered an era of remakes, remasters, and a seemingly endless number of Assassin's Creed releases. I already love this article. This isn't necessarily bad. Some classic games are great in ways in which some modern hits just can't compare. And on that point, a group of fans took it upon themselves to remaster the original Resident Evil. So this is a fan-made remaster. A project aptly named Resident Evil HD. According to PC Games In, the original 1996 Resident Evil is getting a fresh new look with HD upscaling via machine learning. The upscaling used in this project touches upon the backgrounds and models of Spencer Mansion. But the AI workhorse behind the project apparently isn't without mistakes, since the team still hasn't managed to replace all of the original assets. For the time being, it's important to stress that the Resident Evil HD project is developing at a nice, consistent pace. Actually, pretty exciting. The original Resident Evil is a masterpiece of gaming. It's still held for its artistic direction, brilliant ideas, and actually birthing the survival horror genre. Yeah, this is a game that, you know, I've talked a lot about, like, staying away from horror games kind of subconsciously, because I watched, like, other family members, older family members and stuff, like, play horror titles whenever I was younger, and it freaked me out. And this was one. This was one of them. The truth be told, its graphics haven't aged gracefully. I remember watching this game whenever I was little, dude, when I was young, and it just freaked me out, dude. The truth be told, its graphics haven't aged gracefully, which is typical for all gaming releases associated with the 5th generation of consoles, or the original PlayStation era, right? It's all poly and, yeah. But at the time, dude, there was nothing like it. Fortunately, thanks to the massive advance of AI and machine learning, most of the assets from the original game are now done using automated technology rather than the upscaling all the artwork for the Resident Evil HD manually. This cuts down on development time for the project, but the process isn't without fault since neural network upscaling isn't magic. The upscaling algorithm has its own issues when it comes to processing dark areas, and Resident Evil games aren't really known for their bright and colorful environments. Small text is also an issue, as it often appears distorted and utterly illegible. Thus, all assets that can't be processed by machine learning are done manually by team members, which ultimately slows the Resident Evil HD remastering process down. More straightforward assets such as the UI, in-game screens and models, and some visual effects were upscaled to stay true to the original version. Furthermore, the team behind the Resident Evil HD remaster made an excellent decision to analyze the game data and match the textures from the PC port version to those of a GameCube version of Resident Evil, which was released in 2002. This, combined with the AI upscaling and texture recreation, ensures that the Resident Evil HD gets the upscaling treatment it so rightfully deserves. Remaking Resident Evil HD using AI and machine learning is a rare occasion in which the use of these technologies is generally approved, as it's used to upscale existing art instead of creating entirely new artwork for the game. The latter, due to the nature of said technologies, is often viewed as plagiarism and copyright infringement by both gaming companies and gamers themselves. Absolutely. The most notable and recent example of this arose a few weeks back when Valve started deleting games that use AI content. Yep. Which I was all in favor of. Interesting. We'll have to keep our eyes out and see if we can get a look at this whenever it's finished. This is pretty interesting. Okay. Whatever. All right. Here's the last ever Xbox Games with Gold lineup. All right. Because Games with Gold is basically going away and turning into, what are they calling it? So users will be able to get their hands on Blue Fire and Inertial Drift from 1st of August, with both games available until 31st of August. Blue Fire is an adventure game set in the world of Penumbra. The game promises temples to explore, puzzles to solve, and wild enemies. And wild enemies to overcome. Inertial Drift, meanwhile, please stop, dude, is an arcade racing game that offers up to 16 cars and 20 wild tracks for players to experience. All of these racing shenanigans take place in a 90s retro future. Before these editions arrive on the service, there's still time to scoop up July's Games with Gold offerings. Darkwood, which is a pretty solid game. I haven't played it, but renowned, very good game. And When the Past was around. Darkwood is available until the 31st of July, while When the Past was around is available until the 15th of August. Yeah, so it's becoming Game Pass Core instead of Games with Gold, right? Anyone who is already a member on Xbox Live Gold will automatically become a Game Pass Core member on 14th September with no change in pricing. In the UK, Games with Gold is currently £7 a month. There you go. So I want to listen to this. Our buddy Tinwin informed us yesterday that there was a situation where, and I think this is a we're gonna listen to this too. So this is a clip of Fires of Rubicon. This is Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, the new From Software game coming out. I'm a little bit hype about it because I love mech games, and I like a lot of From Software games, but I'm not a fan of From Software's PC releases. They do a pretty terrible job performance-wise of releasing their games on PC, so I might end up playing this in the future. I won't play it on release because I don't trust From Software's optimization on PC. They don't do a good job, and I'll be staying away from it on release. But apparently, from what I was gathering from our buddy Tinwin yesterday, if you guys are aware of Fextra Life, apparently Fextra Life was bashing this game because of its visual fidelity, its graphical fidelity, its visual quality. And ultimately, I think that it's, everybody has their own preferences and for games and things like that. And I understand that. But personally, for me, I'm going to be much more focused on how well a game plays. The visual, the graphics, the visual fidelity of a game is going to always take a back seat to how well a game performs, the content within that game, all the other aspects that can make the game immersive for me and be a very, very good experience, especially performance. especially performance. I need a game to feel good while I'm playing it. I don't care how good it looks if I can't appreciate how good it looks because it plays like trash. So I need it to play well before I care anything about how good it looks. And from what I understand, they might be getting criticized pretty heavily because of their take on this. So let's listen to this and see what this is about.
Point for me. The graphics of this game are serviceable, no doubt, but the game is made for last gen and this gen consoles, and so I think you're going to see it once again. The graphics of this game suffer, kind of the way Elden Ring's graphics suffered. Obviously, no one cares about the graphics of Elden Ring, right? Like, the game is good, it's phenomenal. Graphics are not the most important thing for Elden Ring, but I kind of feel like in a mech game, graphics are a little more important. Like, you want the combat to be as flashy as possible, as visually as appealing as possible. And I feel like you're starting to notice how dated From Software's engine is getting in Armored Core 6. I mean, gameplay-wise, the game ran smooth. I was up above 60 FPS the whole time. There were no bugs, there were no glitches, there were no crashes. Everything ran great. And we've come to expect this from Software. They typically don't have these issues in their games at launch, so that's really good news. But I do wonder...
Not true. Not true. They almost always have these issues in their games on PC on release. They're very good at their console releases, but they almost always have performance issues on their games for PC on release. So Fextra Life, that is not true. That is a misspeak. I don't know if you're uneducated on that fact, but they don't do a great job at their PC releases because they focus on console, they optimize for console, and then they port to PC before they release, and their games are normally not performing very well on PC. So let's just get that straight right now.
At what point are they going to make the leap to a new engine like Unreal 5? I mean, they are falling further and further behind the industry by using this antiquated engine. And I wonder at what point are people going to quit forgiving it? You know what I mean? Like, they do so many good things in their games, and graphics are not everything. But I feel like graphics are a huge part of a mech game compared to something like Elden Ring. And they got to make that jump at some point, and I wonder when we're going to see it. Obviously, Elden Ring DLC is going to still be on the Elden Ring engine. But what about the games after that? Are they going to move away from the engine that they've been using, or are they going to continue to use this because it's what they know and what works for them? I think time will tell on that, but I really, really hope at some point they're able to make the jump to a more modern engine.
So apparently it was this take by Fextra Life that is getting them a lot of criticism, and I think it's warranted. Not only because of what I just talked about, but I mean, I think the game looks fine. I think the game looks fine. Mech games are always, as with any other genre, you know what I mean? They all have a bit of a different take on what they're trying to show you and give you visually, right? And for what Armored Core is, I think this looks very good. I don't think it looks bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, is it necessarily like top of the line graphics or anything? No. But exactly what Fextra Life pointed out a little bit ago is that this game performs very well. It felt very smooth. That is what your focus, that's what my focus is on games. If you can't experience a game that feels good, and let's be fair, this is a game that you are having to move a lot very fast. There's all kinds of visual effects going on, all kinds of shots and lasers and missiles and stuff all the time. So there's all kinds of blooming and flashing and, shadows and, so for a game like this to perform as well as apparently Fextra Life said it performs, I think it looks great. And apparently they're catching a lot of flack for this take. And look, in the day and age which we're in right now, where we have so many games come out that it feels like developers are always trying to push the envelope of making things look better and better and better, and absolutely neglecting performance. And it shows, because we get games that on release are just hot piles of garbage performance-wise constantly. I'll take this. I will take this every single flipping day over something like Hogwarts Legacy's PC release, Elden Ring's PC release, or especially things like Cyberpunk, or things like Jedi Survivor, or Wolong, or Wild Hearts. I mean, you name it, dude. The list goes on and on and on, okay? But you give me, apparently, if this game really does perform the way that Fextra is saying it performs, I will take this and its visual quality over any of that other crap that I just listed every day. Any day. Give it to me. I want a game to feel good way before I care about what it looks like. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other things that come into play here for what makes a game great. Great writing, great story, great sound effects. There's a lot of great pieces of art that have to come together, to culminate into creating a great experience for what become great pieces of video games, right? Software. But as far as just this specific piece of what we're talking about here, give me performance every day over visual fidelity, over graphical fidelity. Give it to me. I think this is a bad take as well. Thank you, Tinwin. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay. So you guys want to watch some extended gameplay of Lords of the Fallen? This is the last article I have for today. If anybody has anything to add, let me know in chat, and we'll address it before we move on to playing day 2 of Remnant 2. But apparently we've got like 18 minutes of extended gameplay video of Lords of the Fallen. So this is slated for release on October 13th for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Yesterday, I'm guessing is when this was. Yes. Yesterday, they had an extended presentation highlighting the eerie environments of the semi-open world, uninterrupted co-op, and the improved combat system. Lastly, the studio detailed what comes in each of the 3 editions available to pre-order. This is just... So the standard edition is just the game. Deluxe edition, physical or digital, includes the game, the Dark Crusader starting class, Brandish the Dark Crusader's iconic ensemble, including Isaac's devastating longsword, throwing knives, full armor set, and amulet, 100-page digital art book, digital soundtrack, 3D model viewer, and the collector's edition, physical only, includes... So I'm guessing you can't get this on PC. Or do they mean physical only because the copy, or you can only buy this as like a box set, but you'll get like a CD key probably, or not a CD key, but a game key. It'll include the game. It has to be physical because it's got like the figurine in it and stuff. Figurine, display case, steel book that you won't be able to put a game in if you're on PC probably. Starting class, Dark Crusader starting class, physical art book, soundtrack, 3D model viewer, double-sided poster and art cards. Pre-orders for all editions include bronze, silver, and gold armored tinks, 3 times experience items, 5 times HP items, and 5 times magic items. Immediate access granted to items that otherwise can be found late game in all versions of title. Okay. I'm going to fill up my coffee and we're going to watch this. How about that? This is 18 minutes, dude. I need to refresh my coffee. Give me 1 minute, dude. 1 minute. You know what, dude? I'll start it. Here we go. 18 minutes.
Welcome to Mornstead, a
Lords of the Fallen
vast and
gameplay
world
here. I'll be
of
right
Lords
back.
of the Fallen. In today's extended gameplay walkthrough, we're sharing an exclusive look at just some of the diverse and harrowing areas you'll journey through in your epic quest to overthrow Adir, the demon god. This is Skyrest Bridge. It is guarded by Pieta, she of the Blessed Renewal, one of the game's early boss encounters. We must triumph against her in order to proceed with our holy charge to restore radiance to the 6 beacons of the Sentinels and thwart Adir's uprising.
So we got Lies of P coming in September. We've got Lords of the Fallen in October.
To continue to endure these dark days, to lay bare the path to salvation. And yet you now appear before me, a stranger, a betrayal made flesh, and one I cannot brook.
This is a dope helmet.
Melee, magic, and ranged abilities
Ouch.
are seamlessly interwoven. Alongside standard attacks, you can choose between catalysts, bows, crossbows, or throwables, mapping up to 4 additional magic or range skills to your controller for immediate access. This rapidly speeds up combat and reduces the need to swap between options. As with many of the imposing bosses you'll encounter, Pieta has 2 very distinct stages. Death is not necessarily the end in Lords of the Fallen. When slain in Axiom, the realm of the living, you'll resurrect in Umbral, the realm of the dead. We now have one final chance to survive.
Nice parry, dude. Ow. Oh, what the crap.
Though few and far between, these flowers denote special patches of ground upon which we can spawn a resting point, known as a vestige seedling. These come at a significant resource cost, however, and we can only spawn one at a time. The realms of Axiom and Umbral exist in parallel. Each world features its own unique pathways, enemies, characters, and, of course, treasures. We can now use this crafted vestige to return to Axiom.
Yeet. Oh, that's sick, dude. It looks good. Oh, I wanted to see him get yeeted off the side of that. Oh, yes!
We can
Ah!
peer
That was
into
sick.
the secondary realm at any time by raising
What?
the Umbral lamp. Though be advised, this also renders you vulnerable to its inhabitants.
Yo, thanks, Cash. What's up, dude? Happy Friday, broski. What's going on, man?
We will now use the lamp to cross over to
The game
Umbral,
looks good.
though doing so will consume one of our 2 lives, and it isn't so easy to return to the world of the living. Many enemies require a different approach to combat. This mendacious visage, for example, is only vulnerable when attacked from the back, or when it reveals its true form.
Pickleball last night for the first time? Dude, that's getting really popular, man. The old pickleball. It's supposed to be a really good flipping workout, too, man. Did you enjoy it? Get wrecked, nerds. It's sports. Well, I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of things considered sports that,
You'll also come across
there are a lot of people out there that
vestiges
enjoy a
on your
lot of
travels,
sports, but maybe not
as
all
well
sports.
as using
So,
these to return to Axiom.
but if you
You
enjoy
can
every
also
single
level
sport,
up your
then
stats at these
gotcha.
locations. Three schools of sorcery can be mastered: Rogar, Radiant, and Umbral, each specializing in a different area of the arcane and requiring a different catalyst to cast.
Oh,
Our
sick.
current build is adept in Rogar, characterized
Well,
by
Wolveriner,
devastating
dude.
pyromantic attacks.
Yeah, right on. I respect that, dude. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah. I, on the other hand, played Yahtzee, Trivial Pursuit, and ate a bunch of food. Get burnt, fool. Way too much food, actually. Yo, that's sick. The game looks good. Actually hyping me up a little bit.
An age-old
Dare I
horror
say.
built into the very cliff face. Pilgrim's Perch.
Where are the health pools? Well,
typifies
they're
the
probably
verticality
not
of
showing. I
most
mean,
games.
they're not showing all the
There are
overlay
myriad
stuff yet, dude.
pathways stretching
They
both
don't want to
above
give
and
away too
below,
much information. You'll
hidden
see that a lot.
areas, treasures,
You'll see
and
that a lot.
NPCs always
They're
in
just
discovery.
they're only giving you what they want to give you right now. They might not have the overlays completely done yet, finished. I mean, the game's not coming out until October. There might be things in the overlay that they just don't want you to see yet. You know what I mean? You'll see this happen all the time, man. They're giving you what they want to give you, and they're not going to give you what they don't want to give you yet. You know? That's the way that works. It could be an amount of not being completely finished. It could be an amount of them not wanting you to see things that they're not ready to show you yet. It could be a mixture of those things. Ow. That was wild.
As a lamp bearer, all players are equipped with a devastating ability, the Soul Flay. By using one of a limited number of soul charges, we are able to extract the very soul of an enemy, ready to inflict significant damage.
I like the enemy design so far. The enemy design looks nice. Jesus. Character design looks good too. yeah. Uncle Rico. How much you want to bet? We'll stake over those mountains. What's he say? Something like that, right? God dang. Dude, that movie is so good. We watched it not too long ago, too. That movie's flipping great, dude. Uncle Rico, dude. Flipping Napoleon Dynamite, bro. God dang it, dude. Is that what it is? Yeah. God dang, dude. Uncle Rico, bro. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. What a great flipping character, dude.
The Soul Flay
That
ability
movie's so
can
good.
also be used to manipulate the very environment when in Umbral.
Flipping classic, man. I love the vibes, dude. The dark. I mean, obviously, this is like, you know, the genre that's, you know, From Software made so flipping popular, you know. But it looks good. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh, nice. See, that's one of those things that I like to see. Like, if you do like an upswing, you want to see a little enemy like that get like launched a little bit, you know? You got like a big dual-wielded like weapon, and you do some kind of upswing, you want to see him get like knocked back and hit up with it. You know, maybe like a big enemy you're not going to see that with. Those are the little details right there, man. That was dope.
For its displays of barbarity.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Dad? Nice. There's some ninja vibes going on in here too, dude. Huh.
We're now going to invite
Like
a
some
second
Sekiro
player
stuff
to
or
join us
something,
on
you
our
know?
journey. This is easily achieved at any of the vestiges. You can choose to fight alongside a friend or a randomly selected player. Either way,
Oh, here's the
co-op
co-op
companion
stuff,
will
dude.
remain at your side for as long as you or they choose. As a Radiant Sorcerer, our ally is able to buff either character with various enhancements.
Ow. The game looks nice, dude. It looks pretty. Ouch. Skeletor, dude. Actually, that looks more like King Leoric, dude, from Diablo. He just needs his crown. Good flipping night, dude. Oh! Ice arrows for the win, dude.
It appears our way is blocked by an umbral entity. We will need to track its tendrils.
This is
in
a
order to
really cool
locate and
mechanic, dude.
expel
Like
the
the
source of its
overlapping parallel worlds where you're having to like switch between. Oh, sorry. And like constantly look between the worlds and stuff to see the different areas of where you're trying to go and access and stuff like that. That's a really neat mechanic. I like that. I think that it's basically just referred to like the land of the living and land of the dead or whatever.
Finally, it's time.
Last
to
character they
face
showed
off
looked like
against the colossal spurned progeny.
Dark
Scourge
Pearl's Edward
of
Scissorhands
Power.
Revenge. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, that's like, I mean, you've seen Lies of P, right, Cash? Lies of P hits next month in September. Or, well, almost next month. It hits in September. And I've been watching that game for a long time. Through development. And that game looks really, really cool, too. But that's what I was saying, is like we've got Lies of P hitting in September, and then this comes in October. So we got two very like Soulsborne-esque games, you know what I mean, coming out in succession. This looks good though. That booty bounce. Ow, ow! Lava bad. Big, dude.
The lands of Mornstead await you. Pre-order Lords
Yeah, I'm
of
glad we
Fallen
watched
now, and
this.
Prepare to unleash the darkness on Friday, the 13th of October.
Friday the 13th. Nice, dude. I didn't even realize. I knew it was 13th of October. I didn't know that was going to be a Friday. That's awesome. Yo, that's great, dude. That looks really good. Good stuff, dude. If you guys want to watch it again or just see what the different editions have to offer or whatever, there you go. Let's pull it up on Steam real quick. Dude, my allergies have been so jacked this morning, man. Oh, God. I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, God, dude. Ever since I woke up, allergies are just jacked. Yeah, so we're talking like $60 base game, $70 deluxe. You know, the norm. The norm. It looked good, though. It looked pretty good. This will show you basically requirements. You see system requirements right here as well. If you're planning on playing this on PC, recommended. I'm not even going to go for minimum here, but recommended. Interesting. So Intel i7-8700 or Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM with an NVIDIA 2080 or a Radeon 6700 RX. They're saying a solid state drive is required. For recommended, but you see on the minimum, you're starting to see this a lot now. You're starting to see this a lot where it shows solid state drives required on recommended, but like down here on the minimum, you'll see solid state drive preferred, HDD supported. Let's lot of games are starting to show solid state drives as the requirement, and it's kind of appropriate. The difference between HDDs and at low storage or lower, if you're looking for big storage space, like 5 terabytes or more, then you're going to get a better price on HDD still. But, you know, if you're down like below 2 terabytes or below, the difference in price is really not that much. It's pretty negligible really anymore between solid state drives and HDDs, hard disk drives, you know. So you're starting to see where a lot of developers aren't really testing on HDDs anymore. They're really just testing their games on solid state drives. So that's why it's being recommended as solid state, because it's not like the storage won't be able to be used. HDD, it's just not tested. It's just they're just not developing it on solid state drives. They're not testing it on, or they're not developing it on hard disk drives. They're not testing it on hard disk drives or anything like that. And especially with like live service games, for like load in times and stuff like that, it's going to take a lot longer for a hard disk drive than it will solid state drive. So they're basically going to be like, well, we can't really be responsible for if you don't load into a match in time and stuff like that. That's where this is going to go, you know. So people just, I think in the PC realm, you have to understand that we are at the point, and we've been at the point really for a while now, where the price difference in the, you know, evolution of storage, where we've gone from HDD to solid state drives, you know, that evolution has been there for a while. The price difference is negligible now, really, for what you need to game on, and the developers at this point are just, you know, basically going to tell you that you should be running solid state drives. What's interesting here is they're only saying 45 gigs of hard drive space. That's pretty low. It makes me wonder about the content in this game. 45 gigs of hard drive space. What was Elden Ring, like 80? $60? I thought it was 80 on release. So Elden Ring was a huge game. I think it just goes to show you, though, like Elden Ring is 60 gigs. This is a big game, dude. It's a big open world game at 60 gigs. So Lords of the Fallen could be fairly large at 45 gigs. You see other games come out at like a stupid amount of space for something not even as big world-wise as like something like Elden Ring. I think that goes to show, I mean, there's at least something to be said for the efficiency with which developers are coding games. You know what I mean? That's not always the case. I mean, there's always going to be a lot that goes into it with the types of assets you're using, the quality of assets, the quality of whether it be the visual assets, the audio assets, things like that are being utilized in the game. The higher quality, the bigger space, and the bigger the game, the more that you're using, the more space it takes and stuff like that. So, we would have to deep dive into that. But, to see a game like Elden Ring only take 60 gigs while we're seeing other games hit like upwards of 150 gigs, you know what I mean, is kind of wild. So I don't know, something for future talk there, I guess. But I'll link the Lords of the Fallen page for you guys on Steam if you want. That's what we just watched. Game looks cool, man. I hope it's good. It looks like they got something on their hands here that could be very, very nice. Looks good. Let's hope. Let's hope. That's the news, baby. That's the news. You guys rock. Appreciate you. Let's do this. There we go. We're going to move on. We're going to play Remnant 2 for the rest of the day. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope that everybody's ready for the weekend. I hope it's kicking off right. I don't know. We're going to do Remnant 2 for the rest of the weekend. Then we'll probably jump back into Fallout New Vegas at the beginning of the week, or maybe Grounded, just depending on when we can get in and play with Pinky and stuff and finish up Grounded. But Remnant 2 was a lot of fun yesterday. I'm really ready to jump back into it. Thanks to everybody that was part of the news segment this morning. If anybody out there is checking out the news segment today for the first time, or anybody is maybe checking this out later as a VOD, we've got all of our video gaming news segments, which are always conducted at the very beginning of all the streams, 6 days a week. All of our playthroughs that we've done, as well as just like fun, funny, wild clips and highlights. All that stuff is here on the Twitch channel as VODs and playlists, as well as the YouTube channel. So go check that content out if you're enjoying it. Come hang out with us. We go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. We always start off with video gaming news before we dive into whatever gameplay we have every single day, but Wednesdays, excuse me. Right now we're taking Wednesdays off, so 6 days a week we start off with video gaming news every single day, but Wednesdays at 6 a.m. CST, and then we dive into whatever gaming content we have planned for the rest of the day. So happy Friday, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for July 29th edition of Video Gaming News and more Remnant 2. All right.